Hi, welcome to a measurement video on the surface area of a rectangular prism. So to find surface area, let's define it first. The surface area of a solid is the sum of all the areas of all the faces. So the steps for finding surface area, we'll find the area of each face and we'll add up all those areas to get a total surface area. Now, here is a rectangular prism. We've got length across the bottom and breadth across the bottom and height up the back there. So we'll indicate that by L and B and H, length, breadth and height. And the surface area. Now I'm going to show you a special system I have for rectangular prism surface areas. It's a fancy little thing. It's a bit of a shortcut, so I hope you'll find it helpful. Let's have a look. Now my system is to take every combination of the sides, and I'll show you how that works. I'll multiply them by 2 and then I'll add up all those answers. Let's have a look. If I take every combination of the sides, I'll have length times breadth, I'll have length times height, and I'll have breadth times height. Now let's just pause here. I've used length and breadth, length and height, breadth and height. Notice I've used the length twice and the breadth twice and the height twice. Alright, so that's every combination. Now I'm going to multiply each of those combinations by 2. Now you might be thinking, why is he multiplying every combination by 2? Let's have a look at the length times the breadth. It's the floor of that rectangle, length times breadth. Now I think you'll agree there's another area exactly the same size as that floor on the opposite side of that prism, and that's the roof. So we have a floor and a roof exactly the same size as each other, and that's why I've multiplied that by 2. If we have a length times a height, that will give us the area of the front face and the back wall. So there's 2 of those size areas as well. And breadth times height, that'll give us the right hand wall and the left hand wall. So that's why we've got multiplying by 2 on each of those combinations. And we'll add them up. Okay, so as I said, length times breadth gives us the floor and the roof. Length times height gives us the front and back walls. And base times height gives us the left and right walls if we multiply each of those areas by 2. And that'll give us a total surface area. Fancy little combination here. I like to do that with different coloured pens. Do the dimensions in one colour pen and do the timesing by 2 in a different coloured pen, and you can see the system work out nicely. Let's check out an example now. We've got a length of 10 centimeters, a breadth of 6 centimeters, and a height of 4 centimeters. Let's see the system work. Every combination of sides times by 2, and we'll add it up at the end. We have a 10 by 6, we have a 10 by 4, and a 6 by 4 is the last of our combinations. We've multiplied every side by every other dimension there. And we'll times each of those by 2 because we said there's an opposite area on a rectangular prism exactly the same size. And we'll add it all up. Now let's double check that we've got everything happening here. We have 120 and 80 and 48 when we calculate all those things out in our calculator, but just let's make sure that we've covered everything. We've got a floor and a roof, both 6 times 10. We've got a front and a back wall, both 10 times 4. And we've got a left and a right wall, both 6 times 4. Yep, we've covered every area of every face. We'll add those up and we get 248. And that's our number answer. You'll remember for areas we use square units, so that'll be 248 square centimeters. Our basic unit in the diagram was in centimeters. Our final answer needs to be square units, square centimeters in this case. So fancy system, I think. It's a bit of a shortcut. I like it. Hope you do too. So that's our system. We multiply every combination by 2 and we add it up at the end. But we make sure that we've covered every face of that prism in our calculations. Hope that helps. I hope you like my system too. Set out your work nicely and you should be halfway there at least. And if you're not sure of any maths items, let's check out all the videos on peterblakemaths.com. They should be helpful for you. See you next time.